Wee Wonders!
Welcome, wonderful watchers, to Wee Wonders, a Wii game review series by me, Souldin of the Grin Brothers. This episode will cover the Wii game Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary, a action-adventure game developed by Crystal Dynamics and Buzz Monkey Software and published by Eidos Interactive. Let's begin playing then. It's Waggle time!
Story time!
She's one of the most iconic gaming heroines to exist, but let me introduce you to Lara Croft, the titular Tomb Raider. At the age of 8, Lara survived a mother-destroying plane crash and 10 days in the Himalayan mountains. Perhaps this, in combination with being raised by her wealthy archaeologist father, led her to become a thrill-seeking Tomb Raider. She may want to uncover the mysteries of the ancient past by rubbing hieroglyphics, but she's also keen to wreck properties and shoot down wildlife for the fun of it. Now appearing in magazines for her raiding escapades and swimsuit photo shoots. There we go, dinosaur, you know, again, what you know Lara Tomb Raider for. That also might be also what you know Tomb Raider for. Lara gets hired by Jacqueline Natla to retrieve the Scion of Atlantis, an artifact Lara's father tried and failed to find. Retrieving the artifact with no questions raised on the dinosaurs and mystical mummy guards encountered in Peru, Lara discovers the Scion of Atlantis is 3 separate items, and so a globe-trotting adventure begins. Not entirely sure what the 1945 demon emerging from New Mexico has to do with this, but that's a part of the plot as well. The tale is told through cutscenes at the first and last level of each area, leading to plenty of alone time with Lara, and the company of very aggressive wildlife. She will have the occasional quip, either sassy or a very obvious point, but her character is mostly reflected in actions. Confidently leaping across precarious gaps, flipping about as she shoots down foes with dual pistols, and her time-consuming but charmingly iconic handstand ledge climb is your more consistent means of learning about Lara. The locations explored are ancient environments with plenty of history to interpret from its architecture and elaborate puzzles. Certain relics also come with a page of info to read and can be appreciated alongside the collected mural rubbings and scattered artifacts at your leisure back at the crazily designed Croft Manor.
Instruction time!
Lara's acrobatic flips, dips and dives are performed with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck duo, a befitting controller type given the Tomb Raider's iconic dual pistols, although all the gunplay is done with a remote alone. Unsurprisingly, Lara moves with the Nunchuck's control stick, walking on land, swimming in water, shimmying across ledges, etc. Some movement does require additional inputs, such as how pushing up on the control stick has Lara swing on a rope, but to climb said rope you'll need to hold up on the remote's D-pad. The up D-pad is how you interact with objects, with opening doors being oddly natural with it. Down D-pad does include movement options though, allowing Lara to crawl, roll and do a bunch of flips past hazardous arrows. The nunchuck also comes into play for movement, with shakes of it increasing the speed of Lara's ladder ascent or swim through air-consuming water faster. You'll need to adjust to holding B to dive deep and holding A to ascend quickly to avoid a watery grave. Jumping with the A button is something you'll be doing a lot, and by holding the C button as you point the Wii Remote, you can adjust the camera to see where you're jumping. Hopefully you'll grab onto the ledge, though a shaky reach might require a tap of the D-pad to prevent falling. There is a myriad of controls for movement, but utilising Lara's tools is typically simpler. The archaeological puzzles involving brushes, trowels and more are motion-controlled segments, with pointing of the remote, taps of or holds of the A button, and the occasional shake. Likewise, rotating hieroglyphic tumblers and inserting cogs all come under the touch puzzle label. For quick access, Lara can heal herself with a small or large med pack, with the press of minus and plus buttons respectively. This is where the pause function usually goes, instead allocated to the 2 button, which caused me no end of frustration in accidentally using up my healing items. You can check Lara's tools such as her very unreliable journal by pressing 1, which also shows off the guns you'll be using in combat. Pistols and shotguns control alike, with aiming done either freely with the Wii Remote or locked onto a foe with the Z button, and a tap of the B button to fire away. A flick of the Wii Remote has Lara reload, and shakes of the nunchuck will have her rolling around and still unloading bullets into adversaries. Said shakes with the right timing and a control stick usage are also what activates Lara's Matrix-styled adrenaline dodge. Finally, you should keep in mind that you can cycle between your guns with the right D-pad, unless you want to go overkill of some simple bats or rats. Oh, whoops, wrong ammo. I was meant to use the infinite pistol, not the magnums on a bunch of rats. And because there are so many controls to keep in mind, I'm only just remembering to mention the grapple hook. Flick the nunchuck on land or in the air to throw a grapple hook, with holding the nunchuck upright allowing Lara to pull grappled objects towards her, usually tumbling down. Left on the pad also activates Lara's torch, a Wii specific feature from what I've researched.
Action time!
Tomb Raider Anniversary is a lengthy, brain-teasing puzzle game disguised as a gun-toting and leap-of-faith platforming action-adventure. In the core story mode, after a bit of cutscene setup, you'll be tasked with navigating through 4 levels per country, or I guess tombs to be specific. Reaching the end is not a straightforward task, even when the doorway is right in view. Keys will have to be found and switches pulled, often in places hidden from view and requiring wall runs, column traversing, and hops across perches to reach. Sometimes the solution is puzzle solving via grappling metal spheres to activate a pressure plate, or moving boxes to control the volume of water in a room. There's numerous detours to be taken, and all brimming with hazards to stop Lara. From wolves to raptors and to mystical creatures, many enemies will appear, charging and grappling with Lara, requiring nunchuck shakes to escape and gunplay to put down. Most foes can be avoided thanks to Lara's acrobatics or dips into pools, but bosses like the T-Rex and petrifying statues must be dealt with. Bullets are first required just to soften up these tougher adversaries, with a well-timed adrenaline dodge or clever thinking with the enemy's own weapons being what's required for victory. Sometimes where you'll need to go isn't as obvious as a locked door, because this game trusts the player's intelligence to observe their surroundings and notice what walls and cracked columns can be skillfully clambered upon to progress. Was there a way up there? There was. You see, you can make these markings in a creative and clever way without making it all yellow paint. Amongst these side tours are plenty of treasures to be found, ranging from med packs that you'll hopefully won't accidentally use up, to early obtainment of the powerful Magnum. Others emphasise Lara's archaeological passions through historical artifacts and the Wii exclusive rubbing rewards. Charcoal rubbings are used to help solve puzzles, but these bonus rubbings are extra spots to unearth to add to the completion tally, and Croft Manor as well. The sparkling artifacts scattered across each level reward you with numerous bonus content, ranging from artworks to music to character bios for folks I've never actually seen. The relics meanwhile are far fewer in number, far more challenging to obtain, and far more rewarding as you get both lore for the relic and outfits to dress Lara in. I never did obtain her diving suit, but I at least had Lara glittering like gold, which is more gold than I was going to get through the time trials because they are hard. You would think that, having completed the level and its puzzles before, they wouldn't be too difficult now that you know where to go. Except these levels have a lot to remember in them, and it's a tricky thing to recall when you're in a hurry. Add to that the fine precision for these jumps and a rushed decision to not spin your camera to see where you're jumping will lead Lara to her doom. Full damage will be your most consistent means of demise. You even have to worry about painful plummets in Croft Manor, Lara's gigantic home that is in serious need of reorganisation. Here you can admire your many collectibles, read up on various bits of history, explore a winding hedge maze, and solve plenty of architecture puzzles because Lara is very eccentric. She can indeed flip and leap about her gym and unfinished pool, with the potential to injure herself if uncareful. The game is tough, but forgiving, with frequent checkpoints and a lack of a death tally making failure easier to bear. Combat is simple and quick, the main emphasis being on exploring these puzzling tombs. As you try to navigate by lush waterfalls and sandy ruins, whether it be from getting stuck on a puzzle or respawning after many bumble jumps, you'll appreciate the game's visual beauty. It's not just Lara and her demonstrative animations that are gorgeous, but her surroundings as well, with great care going to conveying the interactable terrain in subtle ways. Torch usage literally highlights lovely lighting, and the watery blue of swimming moments is visually wonderful, especially with the shiny after effect it has on Lara.
Ending time.
Waggle time is over, and the 2 questions left to answer are as follows. What are my overall thoughts on this game, and who do I recommend this game for? The original Tomb Raider is a Sega Saturn and PlayStation classic, so this Wii remake is built upon solid foundations with charming Wii enhancements. The simple combat allows for the Wii Remote aiming to slot in naturally, and using the pointer to control the camera is comfortable. The lengthy levels are exhausting thanks to the taxation of the mind from brain-breaking puzzles and heart-stopping perilous leaps, so it's funny that the game transitions from level to level so smoothly. Tomb Raider Anniversary, despite some nitpicks in unlocks being world-based rather than level-based, proves itself an amazing experience when you have the time to savour its tight gameplay and excellent environments. Lara's swift box moving is also very appreciated. As for who I would recommend this game for, well, it's certainly a thinking man's game, provided said thinker has quick reflexes for the platforming and combat. Those who enjoy third-person gunplay will find it here, but it's clearly not the focus, and those who prefer efficiently clearing an obstacle course in a timely manner are more the target audience. Take your time exploring and truly appreciate the level designs. Then rush through via challenging time travels once you've an understanding. This game also stars Lara Croft, so will naturally appeal to those with an appreciation of the female form, let's say. Whether you choose to play the wee wonder that is Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary is up to you, but either way I hope you enjoyed this review and thank you for watching. Oh no, I totally got that headshot. There we go.
Thank you for watching. Cheerio!